Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Programming with DPwala. Today we are discussing the problems from the Codesep Starter 63. Let's start with the discussion of the one of the very famous problem from this contest, that is maximize 1s. Here in this problem we are given a binary string s and we need to pick some substring of s and flip that substring. Flip in the sense we can convert all zeros to 1 and 1 to 0 in that substring only, and we can perform this operation at most once. Here after getting that substring and flipping that substring, we need to apply the conditions, or we can apply this mathematical relation and calculate, find the maximum possible value that can be possible. So now let's discuss what this mathematical formula states. That this mathematical formula states that we need to, after performing the flipping operation, we need to consider the substring from in the range L to R and need to find total number of ones in that range and add it to the answer variable. And after performing the operation from L equal to 1 to N, we need to print that answer as our output. The first approach that comes to our mind after doing all this thing is that we can consider the string, and we can consider find the substring which contains the maximum zeros, because after flipping zeros becomes 1. So after successfully getting the string after flipping it, we applied two for loops and in the range L to R, and we get our actual answer and we simply print that answer. But this is not the case in this question, because the constant that is given to us is from 1 to 3 into 10 to the power 5. And when we apply two for loops, or we can say we apply O of n square solution, then it will give us the time limit exceed error, because it is greater than 10 to the power 8, because 10 to the power 5 into 10 to the power 5 is 10 to the power 10, which is exceeding the 10 to the power 8 range. So this will give us the time limit exceed error. So to successfully solve this problem, we need to apply few mathematical operations and apply few already solved problems concepts to implement this problem successfully. First, we need to break this problem into sub problems. As we know that the brute force approach is quite easy to implement, but as we are using extra for loop, so we need to think in that terms that we need to remove that one for loop. So we can remove that for loop using combinatorics. And second, we can apply the one of the very famous algorithm, so maximum sub array sum, that is Kadam's algorithm, in this problem. So let's discuss this problem via an example, which is from the third case of this problem, that is 00100. So here the binary string that is given to us is 00100. So as we have break our problems into the sub problems, so the first step towards our problem statement is that we need to find the total number of substring possible for each character. So here first we have considered the zeroth index character, that is 0, which is marked with red color, and calculated total number of substring possible for this character. So here the substrings that are possible for this character is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Total number of substring possible is 5. So now similarly we are calculating for our second character. Our second character in the binary string is 0. So let's start with its total number of substring possible for it. The total number of substring possible for it is 8. First one is 0, 0. Second one is 0, 0, 1. Third one is 0, 0, 1, 0. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0 and 0. These are all the 8 substring that are possible for it. In the similar manner, we will calculate for all the characters, and we got the total number of substring possible for each character. But as we know that in brute force approach, for doing this, we are using one extra for loop. So to avoid that extra for loop, here we need to use the concept of combinatorics. In combinatorics, we are creating one mathematical formula which will help us to simply put the values in that formula and get the corresponding total number of substring possible for that character. The formula is n minus I into I plus 1. How it comes, let's discuss. This is the very simple formula for calculating the total number of substrings possible for that particular character. So formula derives from that. Let's consider this example in which we have considered a second character. So first we calculate the total number of character present in the left side. Here in this case the total number of character present in the left side is 1. Similarly for the right side, here right the total number of characters in the right side is 3. So we add 1 to the left side as also and 1 to the right side also. Means total number of characters in left side is 1. So add one more again. So 1 plus 1 is 2. In the right side we have 3 characters, so 3 plus 1 is 4. And we multiply that. So our answer becomes 2 into 4. So here we got 8. So let's consider this example. So here we have considered the 0th index character, that is 0. In the left side we have 0 character, in the right side we have 4 characters. We add 1 to both the sides. So 0 plus 1 is 1 and 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 into 1 is nothing but 5. So here we got our answer 5. So the formula comes is n minus I, which is nothing but the characters in the right side, plus 1, and I plus 1 is nothing but the characters in the left side. Here in both the cases we have added plus 1 extra, so to derive the correct formula for calculating the total number of substrings. So here we have reduces our one for loop and calculated all the substrings possible for each character via using this formula. So after calculating the total number of substring possible for each character, let's consider calculate the final answer. Here, as we know that for the 0th index character, which is 0, we can create 5 substring. For first index, we can create 8 substring. For second index character, we can create 9 substring. Similarly, for third index character, that is 0, we can create 8 substring. And for the last index character, we can create the 5 substring. So after doing this, as we know that we need to flip the corresponding substring and calculate our answer. So if we flip the 0th character, which is nothing but the 0, so it will flip to 1. Means it is a good case for us, because when we flip 0, we get 1. So it will affect 5 substrings. So it will actually incrementing, or we can say increasing our answer. So we will add plus 5. So similarly, the first index character is 0. So when we flip 0, we get 1. Then this will affect the 8th substring. And whenever we are getting 1, this is the very good case for us. So we will add plus 8 to our vector. Similarly, for the second index, this is the best case. Here, as we know that here the character is 1. When we flip 1, we get 0. Means this is not adding anything to our answer. This is nothing but this is decreasing our answer. So we will put minus 9 to our vector. Similarly, for the third index character, that is 0, when we flip that 0, it will flips to 1, and it will affect this 8 substring, and it will add plus 8 to our answer. So we will add plus 8. Yeah, similarly for the last index character, that is 0, when we flip it, it becomes 1. So it will add plus 5 to our vector. So here we have created a vector and we got the total number of substring which are adding something to our answer in the form of this vector. So this vector is necessary because this is vector, on this vector we are applying the Kadans algorithm, which is nothing but the maximum contiguous subarray sum, because as we need to find the maximum value, maximum answer that is possible in the range L to R. So we can apply Kadans algorithm on this vector and we get our corresponding answer. So here by applying the Kadans algorithm, the maximum contiguous subarray sum that we get is 17. So as we know that after applying the Kadans algorithm we get 17, and as we know that we have total number of ones in 9 substrings. So we need to add plus 9 to our answer, because if we do not flip that one, means they can add something to our answer as well. So here we are adding 9 plus total contiguous subarray sum, that is 17. So our final answer is 22. Let's discuss this approach via the implementation part that I have done. Here, the actual implementation part of this question. First, we have taken the string as an input. Then we have in the n is storing the total size of that string, means total number of characters present in that string. Here, I have declared the vector v, which is used in future for calculating the total contiguous sub-array sum. And here the answer variable for calculating our final answer and storing the our final answer. Here I have run the for loop till the size of the string. Here, this RES is nothing but the formula that we have derived using combinatorics, which is the very important case because this is the case which is reducing our one for loop that we are applying in the brute force approach. So here, after calculating the total number of substring possible for that specific character, we check that whether that character is 0 or not. If it is 0 means after flipping it, the 0 becomes 1. So it will add something to our actual answer. So we will push plus res to our vector. Similarly, if in future we encounter any character as 1, so it will go inside this else, and as we know that after flipping 1 we get 0. So this will we will push minus res to our vector. And as we know that we need to also calculate, we need to consider total number of ones in that string. So here we have also added total number of ones that are possible in the our final answer. So after getting the total number of ones and after pushing all the values into the vector for calculating the contiguous subarray sum, we apply Cardan's algorithm. Cardan's algorithm is used for calculating the contiguous subarray sum, which is a very famous algorithm. You can check that algorithm on Gigs for Gigs sites. This is a very famous algorithm and widely used in competitive programming. So here we have applied the Cardan's algorithm and calculated a total maximum contiguous sub array sum for possible for this vector. And after calculating the maximum contiguous sub array sum, we check whether that it is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, we simply add it to our actual answer and print that answer. This is the actual implementation of this question. Hope this video is helpful in understanding this problem, as this problem is not that much difficult, but the difficulty rating of this problem is 2255 because this problem is the mixture of two sub problems, as here we need to apply combinatorics and we also need to apply Cardan's algorithm. So this is the problem consisting of two sub problems. So to solve this problem, one must be familiar with combinatorics as well and familiar with Cardan's algorithm as well. Hope this video is helpful in clearing all the doubts related to this problem and understanding all the important concepts required to solve this problem. If you watched this video till this point, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video and stay connected for daily code chef, code forces and lead code contest analysis. Happy coding. Thank you.